Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 13th, and this is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. With today's weather, it's clear. Summer's just around the corner. We'll see some record high temperatures, possibly, for this time of year. We'll see highs in the mid-90s, with a few gusts of wind throughout the day. In a bit, we'll hear about a North Texan's treasured vinyl collection. But first, today's news. Immigrants without legal status are increasingly finding themselves the targets of online scams. Some claim to be from immigration officials or offers of legal help as the federal government ramps up enforcement. David Reyna is an attorney and a former Dallas County prosecutor. He says the vulnerability of this population makes them likely to fall for scams. He also says if something looks questionable, people should talk to their attorney or call immigration services directly. A bill impacting gender-affirming medical care in Texas is now heading to the governor to be signed into law. Senate Bill 1257 requires health insurers who cover gender transition care to also cover any care related to, quote, adverse effects and reversals. Houston Democrat Gene Wu says it's an attempt to get rid of transition care altogether. He says insurance providers likely would not risk covering transition care if they also need to insure an individual for any possible adverse effects. The art in our homes is as precious as anything that hangs in a museum. KERA reporter Elizabeth Mayong has been asking North Texans to share the meaning behind their most treasured objects. Today in the series Home is Where the Art Is, we'll feature Justin Myers of Plano. He's a project manager in tech by day and a part-time DJ with a passion for vinyl.
Hi, my name is Justin Myers, and home is my vinyl records. I have about 4,000-ish records here, sold a lot recently, gave away a lot recently. But yeah, mostly disco, funk, soul, boogie, rare stuff. My wife got me a record player 11 years ago, and ever since then, I've just been collecting like crazy all the time. Daily records are coming in, or I'm going shopping, or it's a sickness. I'm always buying and trying to find more records, so. Why I guess I decided to really go all in vinyl is because really you don't get the tactile sensation from vinyl records, you know? You think about baseball cards or something like that, you get the same sort of feel. You can see who played on a record, you know, what label was it released on, what year was it released on. And for me also, I think some stuff just isn't on digital, right? I can't find these things. I can't go on YouTube and listen to specific records. So the deeper and deeper I go, the more I find that records are the way for me. This is one of my favorite records ever. Leo Sonship, a group that had a tragedy happen to them. While recording this record, their lead singer passed away. I think he was maybe 29, very young. So they only had 4 tracks that they recorded, but these 4 tracks are all incredible classics in my mind. And it just kind of makes me sad to think about how many more great records they could have released had they gone on. Some of these other guys went to go write records for Finish Touch and a lot of other bands, but this one is a masterpiece. I have some from a guy named Kiki Gayan. This is from Ghana, mainly from Nigeria. A lot of these African records from the 70s are very difficult to find and very difficult to find in good shape, so you can see how kind of beat this cover is. But the media is really good. So all these Aphrodisia records or Soul Makossa records are just like, when you find them, you buy them right away. Even if they're not in great shape, you can try and fix them up. But yeah, those are always ones I'm hunting down. I play with a lot of really great collectors, DJ 5D, Wands Dover, some of my really good friends, and they have immaculate collections too. Whenever I play with them, I'm always hearing new things that I want to buy, or I'm showing them records that I just bought. So I have a real good community of DJs that I work with, I spin with, and talk records. Every day, all day, I'm thinking about records I can find or new records or artists I'd never heard of. It consumes almost my entire life. So I can pull any of these records and tell you a story about when I got this or how I found this or who played bass on a lot of these. I've been digging and buying them for so long. It's just kind of like another part of me. I think if anybody knows me, they know vinyl records or they know my obscure taste in disco and funk. I think it's as a part of me as anything is, any part of my personality or characteristics are, it's essential.
That story was produced by KERA's Elizabeth Mayong. The Stars head into Game 4 against the Winnipeg Jets this evening at the AAC. They have a chance to go up 3-1 in the series before heading to Canada for Game 5 later this week. And in an absolutely wild turn of events, with only a 1.8% chance, the Dallas Mavericks won the NBA Draft Lottery last night. They will have the number 1 pick in June's NBA Draft and are widely expected to take number 1 prospect Cooper Flagg, but with general manager Nico Harrison at the helm, predicting what the Mavs will do is pretty impossible. So I guess we'll see. Enjoy live music this evening at the Bathhouse Cultural Center in Dallas. The Lakefront Live concert series presents the South African Heritage Ensemble tonight at 7:30. Find more info and other fun things to do on our Go See DFW calendar at kera.org/calendar. Thanks for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get some good morning vibes from our colleague Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're at KERATX. Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.